Are you a drinker? I'm outside the pub, so it's a great question. Do you never drink? Do you drink sometimes? Do you drink every day? So that's the range of, or it might be that you drink multiple times throughout the day. There's another option. Do you drink for special occasions? So it might just be for weddings, for birthdays, for New Year's Eve, just a reason to celebrate. So that's when you use alcohol as a celebration. If you don't drink, is it because of your religion? Is it because of a medical reason? Is it because you just don't like it? So I'm one of those interesting people. I don't drink because I don't like the taste of it. I just don't like it. I also don't like to be out of control, so I hate being hungover, or I hate not feeling like I'm in complete control of my life. But my gorgeous husband, he drinks every day, and he really enjoys it. It's his way of relaxing, de-stressing. He loves a glass of wine, loves a cold beer on a hot day. So where does alcohol fit into being a healthy, fit, strong human being? Where does it fit into being a high-performing human being? That's a great question. And one of the things that's been very interesting for me to watch, because I was brought up in a religious environment where it was actually against the law to drink alcohol, to smoke, to take drugs. That was bad, 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 not going to heaven. But then I've also been to places in the world where people live a very, very long time. Sardinia in Italy is a classic example, where people live to well over 100 as healthy, fit, strong human beings, and they've drunk alcohol every single day of their life. They have a glass of wine or a glass of whiskey, or they just love to drink alcohol. It's part of their life. So is it about moderation? And I think if you put everything into moderation, if you eat too much food, you get fat. If you drink too much alcohol, you get drunk. If you spend too much money, you go broke. So there's some real challenges with doing anything to excess. So what happens inside your body with alcohol is the great question. What's the physiology of alcohol metabolism? And something I've studied, obviously, because the world is filled with people that love to drink alcohol and come to the gym or come to a personal results coach or come to an exercise professional, still want to keep drinking, but think that it's bad to drink. So one of my clients, for example, his father died from coronary heart disease, and the doctor suggested that's because he drank too much. He had a bad liver as well. So again, the suggestion was that he drank too much. So this young man came to me and said, I'm going to stop drinking because I think it's bad for me. And I said, okay, so what's your plan? He said, well, I'm not going to drink during the week, but what I'm going to do is just drink on the weekends. Now, what happens to your body if you just do that? And there's a whole heap of questions about that. So if you have a look at alcohol, actually what it is, one of the macronutrients technically. So carbohydrate, protein, fat and alcohol, you could live on them. If you have no food whatsoever and you're starving to death and you find a carton of beer, you could drink that beer and stay alive because it's a macronutrient, your body can survive on it. Same as if you found a pound of butter or an animal for protein, or you found a bag of sugar. They're things that you could eat that would keep you alive. Now, it doesn't mean that would keep you alive to great, you'd have great energy and you would have great nutrition and your body would be functioning effectively, but you could stay alive. The interesting thing with alcohol, though, there's no storage for it. So we store carbohydrate in our liver, in our brain, in our muscles as glycogen and glucose. We store fat in our fat cells, and we've got 40 to 50 billion of those. I always have a joke about that because I didn't count them. Apparently that's how many we've got. And protein we store as amino acids in the amino acid pool to repair our skin, our hair, our nails, our bones. Every part of our body is made of protein. But alcohol, there's no storage for it. We always have a joke about that too. If you tap a beer belly, beer will not come out. We get fat for interesting reasons though, and alcohol is often linked with being overweight, and here's the reason why. Because technically, when you drink alcohol, that's the only thing your body can burn. Because it's a toxin, your carbohydrate, protein and fat burning either stops completely or slows right down so that your body can burn the alcohol because there's no storage for it. Which means technically that alcohol can make you fat, because it means that if you drink alcohol, the fat that you eat, the carbohydrate that you eat and the protein that you eat can now turn to fat, or it will store as fat because your body's busy burning the alcohol. So that's just a thing to be aware of. If you go out drinking, it's probably not a good idea to drink fat food to eat fat food or to eat any food technically, because the food that you eat will get stored because your body's busy burning the alcohol. So I'm at the pub, and I love coming to the pub because I love food, and the food here is fantastic, and I will say that many, many times. My husband likes to come to the pub because he loves the food, but he also likes to have a glass of wine or a cold beer. So how are you going to live your life so that you're really happy? Because there's something about mental health that's really important. And I'll share again, my husband drinks because it's a real stress relief. He really enjoys the experience of a glass of wine or a cold beer and just relax. Obviously, if you drink too much, if you drink to excess, if you are an alcoholic, if you're constantly hungover, you can get fat, you can get sick, you can die from excessive alcohol. So the question is, how do you want to live your life, and how will alcohol affect your life if you do drink? And obviously, if you want to drink and you don't because you think it's bad for you, that could affect your mental health too. It's like food. If you really want to eat a food and you think, I can't have that, it's bad for me, so now you stress about it. Or if you do eat it, you feel guilty. So if you don't, I shouldn't drink, it's bad for me, and then you have a glass of wine and I feel guilty now because I had a glass of wine, then obviously life's not going to be very much fun. So how do you live really effectively so that you enjoy your life every day? And here's a simple suggestion. Get really fit, get really strong, be mentally tough, which of course they work together, because the fitter you are and the stronger you are, the better your brain works, so that you have a fast metabolism to burn up everything that you put into your body. But if you really enjoy a glass of wine and you've got a fast metabolism and a healthy body, the 100-year-olds from the blue zones in the world, the people that live over 100 years of age with great quality of life, will tell you that alcohol has been an important, fun, wow experience in their life, not a bad one. So if you have a look at carbohydrate, protein, fat, alcohol, they're macronutrients. Your body can live on them, so they actually can't be that bad because your body can survive on those particular carbohydrate, protein, fat and alcohol. But if it's wrecking your life, if it's making you fat, if it's making you unhealthy, if it's stressing you out, then could it be a good idea to consider making some changes? So rather than I can't have, mustn't have, don't have, shouldn't have, how about work out what's going to be best for you so that you can come to the pub and either, like me, have a great meal and not need to drink alcohol because you just don't like it, or really enjoy a glass of wine or whatever it is that you like to drink and make it a wow experience, a super sensational part of your life. Could that be a great way to live your life to the max? Woohoo!